What if I told you that the one simple AI digital product that brings me in $5,179 every single week is a membership, and with free software that already exists, like AI in Canva. For example, my student Nancy followed the Freedom Creator Club plan, and when she launched her membership, she already got in 5 new members straight out of the gate. Another student of mine, Lacey, she helps women with thinning hair find alternative hair options. She launched her membership and got in 65 new members in less than 24 hours. And she told me the best part wasn't even the sales. It was finally having stable, predictable, monthly recurring revenue that she could count on. And by the way, if you want to see the 4 digital products that got me to 10K months, you can go ahead and download my totally free guide. It is linked in the description below this video. Now, if we haven't met, hi, I'm Molly. I'm a college dropout. I spent 16 years as a professional photographer with my own studio in Wisconsin, if you couldn't tell by the accent, which I genuinely loved, but I was completely burnt out from trading my time for money constantly. Because if I didn't shoot, I didn't get paid. That meant every weekend was a wedding and every weekday was a portrait. And I had almost no extra time left to give to the people that mattered to me most. I remember having to miss a family member's wedding because I already had a wedding that a client had booked over 2 years in advance. So my life felt planned for me in advance way too far out. So I went looking for something a bit more flexible and a bit more scalable, something that could give me more freedom over my own time. And that's when I found digital products and eventually memberships. But here's what no one tells you when you get started. More does not equal success with digital products. I made that mistake the hard way myself. 100 digital products, lead magnets galore, and funnels everywhere. I executed every single marketing strategy from every book, every conference, and every mastermind. And my business was in complete and utter chaos. But eventually I figured out the real secret. Success from digital products usually comes from doing less, but better. Today, I run a business that brought in around $575,000 in revenue last year, and I paid myself right around $295,000. And I get to help hundreds of students every single month inside my membership Freedom Creator Club. And here's the thing, you don't need a degree, a certificate, or a giant following. You do not need to be famous. All you need is one simple system that I'm about to walk you through. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the exact simple strategy that my students and I use to launch memberships, grow them with YouTube, and generate consistent recurring revenue every single month. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's talk about what a membership actually is, because I was surprised to find out that a lot of people really overcomplicate what a membership is, and they right away think they can't do one because they think they have to be adding all this content every single month, and that could not be further from the truth. A membership is essentially just a course, but with a way better business model. With a course, someone pays one time and that's it. You're starting every single month again at zero because there is no MRR, or monthly recurring revenue. So your existing members keep renewing as you're also bringing in new ones, and this is how you can stack the MRR, which means you are not starting every single month at zero. And you'll have a reliable base to build on every single month. And the stability, that's what Lacey was talking about when she said the best part wasn't even the initial sales. It was the recurring monthly revenue that she could finally count on. But here's something I don't see enough people talking about. Memberships are one of the most AI-proof business models out there right now. Think about it. AI can write an ebook, AI can outline your course, or even your materials inside the membership, so stick with me. But AI cannot cultivate an active community inside of your membership. It certainly cannot host weekly or monthly coaching calls. It can't recreate the accountability that comes from being in a room or a virtual room with hundreds of other students all around the world. And it cannot replace the feeling of being seen and supported by a real person who has done what you want to do before. The human connection, the ongoing relationship, the sense of belonging. That is what a membership delivers. And it is something that AI simply cannot replicate, which means as AI keeps advancing, the value of community and live coaching is only going to increase. So if you're thinking about what digital product to build in 2026 and beyond, a membership is one of the smartest moves that you can make, in my opinion. And this is not to say that you cannot sell ebooks or workshops, but it is to say that memberships have that special something that really sets itself apart extra from what's happening with AI right now. And by the way, if you're thinking that you need to be adding new content constantly to your membership every single month, that could not be further from the truth. I have never run my membership that way, and it has been running consistently for 3 years now. I have found memberships to be one of the most stress-free digital products out there. So don't believe you have to build a membership the way that all the outdated advice tells you to. Again, a membership membership is just like a course, but with a better business model. And I don't know about you, but I love having a foundation to start my business revenue on every single month. I'm not starting at zero. I could be starting at 10K, 20K, 30K, 50K plus a month. And that adds a level of stability that is absolutely priceless. So let's talk about coming up with your membership idea. One of the biggest mistakes I see when people try to come up with their membership idea is they think they need to be some ultimate authority on the subject, the number one expert in the entire world. But that couldn't be further from the truth. You just need to be a few steps ahead of who you're teaching. Think about it. I have this local friend here, and she grew her social media in just a few months from 0 to 10,000 followers. And most people would think, oh, well, I can't teach social media because I don't have 100,000 plus or millions or whatever. But the truth is that if you're at 0 or 1,000, she would be the perfect mentor for you because she's going to teach you how to go from where you are now to your first 10,000 and how she did it recently, just in the last few months. So she's not somebody who has millions of followers who grew 10 or 20 years ago. She's going to teach you what's actually working today. So it's actually a benefit to be closer to who you're teaching. You just need to be a few steps ahead. And most importantly, you need to have real life experience, real human stories. And again, this is something that AI cannot replicate. So think about what skills you already have, problems you've solved for yourself or for others. Remember, a membership isn't just about delivering a one-time result. It's about being the ongoing support and having community for someone while they work towards their bigger goal. So think about, what do people need help with consistently? What would they benefit from having guidance on for months to hit their goal? For me, that was helping people create and sell their own digital products with YouTube. Because growing a YouTube channel isn't a 1 day or even a 1 week thing. That's something that you want ongoing support for, which makes perfect sense then for it to be a membership. And memberships work best when they help people with one specific ongoing problem. And by the way, I have a totally free on-demand training that walks you step by step on how to do all of this. You can check it out. It is linked in the description below this video. So now let's talk about how to create your membership, because I think it's going to be a lot faster than you're thinking. Here's the part that stops most people. They think this membership has to be this massive, fully built out, perfect thing before they can launch it. And it does not. You can launch a membership with far less than you think. And honestly, you should launch it lean and then build it up more and more as you get feedback from your students going through it. That is what the best membership owners do. And that is how you create the best membership. All you need is 1 or 2 quick trainings. You do not need your whole curriculum built out, and you shouldn't. And you need a space where you can have a community, and you're going to want some kind of ongoing support. This could be a monthly call, a weekly call, bi-weekly, whatever works for you. And for this, the platform that I use and absolutely love and recommend is School. I'll put a link to School below. They used to have a $99 a month plan, and they still do, but now they have a $9 a month plan. It is absolutely amazing, and I can't recommend it more highly. And that's it. That is how you build out your membership. And yes, of course, you can use AI like Claude to help you build out those first 2 lessons or modules. And this doesn't need to be super high tech. You don't need to have a DSLR camera like this or a fancy DJI mic. You can literally just record some videos on Loom or with any free software you have on your computer. Just get some things up to start your students getting momentum, and then figure out what they need next by asking them, and then build that out from there. Oh, and for the calls, School actually has that built in now, so you don't have to pay for like Zoom or anything like that. It's actually included in the price at no extra charge to you, and it's all built fully into School. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, so now let's talk about how to set up your checkout page so you can actually make those first membership sales. Now, I get a lot of complete newbies coming to me and being like, Molly, how do I set up a complete auto webinar funnel just like you? Don't. Don't set up an auto webinar funnel just like me. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's so complicated, you will start and get frustrated and just stop. And that is not how I made my first 6 figures in sales. How I got to over $100,000 in sales my first year with my membership was not with an automated webinar funnel. It was simply with a checkout page. That is it. My funnel was simply putting out YouTube videos every single week and sending people to my checkout page. That is it. That is it. Like literally, you do not need some big complicated auto webinar funnel or sales calls or to be DMing people. Like it truly doesn't need to be and shouldn't be that complicated. So here's what you're going to want to do. I use system.io for all of our tech. So we're talking like funnels, checkout pages, email marketing, sales pages, hosting our contacts, hosting our products, like literally everything. And you can get a totally free account. It's not just a free trial, it's a free account. I have it linked in the description below for you so that you can snag your own free account. Now, what's cool is System comes with checkout templates built into it. So all you have to do is put like the name of your membership, what's included, what's the result you're all going to be working towards, and then have a checkout form where they can put in their credit card information to actually purchase. And then they'll get an email after you buy. You can set this up with System, and you can just have a link to your school group. It's literally that easy. And of course, now you're thinking, yeah, that sounds easy, but how do I actually get traffic? How do I actually get sales? So let's talk about that next. What you're going to want to do is use YouTube to drive traffic and sales to your membership, just like I do. And not only do I recommend YouTube because it's the thing I use, but if you have watched any of my videos or my free training or literally any piece of content that I've ever created, I always talk about how for 6 months I tested every single platform. I tested it using tracking links from Hyros, and I tested Instagram, TikTok, blogging, and Pinterest. I tested so many different platforms, and YouTube far outperformed them for leads and sales by a freaking landslide. So please take my advice. Do not waste your time. Just start putting out YouTube videos every single week on your topic. And not only does YouTube drive my consistent membership sales, but it also makes me money through AdSense and brand deals. YouTube is the all-around platform where you can make the most money making educational content. So here's my system: YouTube, freebie, email list, checkout page, new members. It truly is that easy. And if you're not sure what a freebie is, I've mentioned them several times throughout this video. They're linked in the description below. It's just something where you put in your name and your email address to get the freebie. And then it also gets you on that person's email list. And that is how you move your YouTube viewers to email subscribers. And why would you do that? Why would you grow an email list? There are literally so many reasons, but email is literally 40 times more effective at making sales than social media alone. Like, selling directly through social media does not work nearly as well as selling through email marketing. And that's why you will rarely see me promoting my membership directly on YouTube. What I do is I share helpful free content, then I share freebies, then I share free emails that are helpful. So I'm really giving before I am actually trying to sell. And this is a technique from Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. It's like jab, 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 right hook. It's like freebie, 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 sell, right? So you're really building that relationship, and then it makes the sale a lot easier as well. So are you still in the one day I'll do this camp? Or are you going to be someone who's like, no, I'm going to start taking the first steps today, and today is going to be my day one. If you are committed to making this your day one, go ahead and comment day one below. And again, I have all those free tools and templates and everything in the description below to help you get started with this ASAP. But if you want an even bigger shortcut with all of my tools, templates, scripts, weekly group coaching calls with myself and my team, a community of over 750 active students, my complete step-by-step training. We're not talking about a membership where everything's just thrown in and none of it's organized. No, I have been educating through digital products since 2014, you guys. I know a thing or two about masterfully creating a really great program curriculum step by step. My program, when you log in, it's literally step 1, step 2, step 3, and we're there to support you every single step of the way. So now that you know how to start making money with a membership, you might be wanting to know which digital product types to avoid in 2026 and beyond. But how do you do that? Well, I have a full listicle video sharing every single digital product that doesn't sell anymore in this video here. And when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to be way more powerful. See you in the next one.